Good afternoon. This is Christina coming to you with wrap session number 2. So, I shared a photo on my Facebook page that showed a wrap that I wore this morning for a Zoom call. Now, the wrap was actually a happy accident. I actually had a double turban wrap on, but it fell apart on me right before I had to get online. So I just hurried and did something, and it came out looking pretty good. So I thought, well, let me do it over. So it will not look exactly like the one I did this on the page because every time I do this, it comes out just a little bit different, but you'll get the gist and you play with it until it looks how you want it. That's the joy of wrapping, is it never is exactly the same twice sometimes. So let's get started. So I have 2 scarves. I do not have a shaper on today. Usually I do wear a shaper just to give it the height and width that I like, but it's hot, so I did not want to put a shaper on plus 2 scarves. This is a jersey knit scarf that I got from Rapunzel, which is a company run by Orthodox Jewish women. They sell scarves, scarf accessories, I think a little bit of jewelry, and a little bit of clothing. So I bought this off of that website, and it's kind of a little bit of stretch to the material. So um, I'm going to wrap this in a turban style. And it doesn't have to be extremely neat because you're not going to see most of it. So basically, I folded this scarf almost in half. I need it big enough to cover my head without making too much extra fabric in the width. So I've got the 2 sides almost even, and I just basically pull it up, cross it over, and down. Cross it over down at the bottom, and then you tuck. And there should be a little space here that you can tuck. And the other thing is when you have a scarf underneath, it gives you a little bit more volume on your wraps. And I always think the volume looks nice. So I like volume on my wraps, which is normally why I do the shaper. So there's it. There you go. Easy peasy for the turban, basic turban wrap. Okay, so the second layer, this is going to be a little bit tricky. I may have to do it more than once. If so, please bear with me. But we have a large rectangular scarf. I got this one secondhand at a secondhand shop for $2. I get a lot of my scarves that way because I think you can find a really good selection and they're inexpensive. So if it's not something you know you want to keep doing, you can try it without spending a lot of money. So I'm going to do the same thing to start off. Um, I'm going to pull up the scarf and I'm going to leave some of the red showing. Now you can see I've got all this fabric, right? You don't really want all that fabric. So I'm going to take maybe this much, pull it up and fold it over and see if that's enough. Um, I think it's enough. It doesn't have to be exact. So what I did was to start twisting the sides like this. Then I came up and I tied a knot, basically. You want it tight enough so it's not going to fall all over the place. Okay, then I twisted it around and twisted it around. Okay, so now you've got sort of these little poofy parts. I took one side, I found the hole. There should be like a little space that you can pull the scarf through. Now you don't pull it all the way, you just pull it partially. And then you play with it, poof it out. Leave your edge out right now. Tighten it a little bit if you need to. I took the other side. I did the same thing. Found where the hole is and I pulled it through, not all the way. Again, you want to poof it out. Okay. So now it's time to start tucking. So I took one edge and I brought it to the other side and just found a space to tuck it. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. You're just tucking it. Anywhere you can find a space, you tuck it. Okay. And then I did the same with the other side and tucked it. And that's it. So as you can see, it doesn't look exactly how it looked on the other one, but it's still cute. You play with how much poofiness you want. You can make sure your edges are tucked in, push it back a little bit so the other scarf is showing. And there you go. You play with it however you like. Like I don't like that edge showing, so I gotta tuck that in a little. Okay. And there you go. Very cute, very easy. And I like the poofiness it gives around your face. It kind of frames the face. So I hope that you enjoyed this and let me know what you think. Please leave a comment and I appreciate your viewing. I'll be doing more head wrap tutorials and I hope you join me. Thanks.